Hi and welcome to Danklord vs Games. My name is Kevin and today we'll be taking a look at a relatively new game called Black: The Fall. Black: The Fall is a puzzle platformer set in a communist dystopian era. Not much of any story is told, and the rest is for you to figure out for yourself. You make use of a laser to mind control and manipulate humans, as well as a cute little companion that will join you about halfway through your journey. Yeah, it sounds really weird on paper, but the general gist of it is that everyone is connected to their own sort of receiver that your laser uses to send commands. Let me just say that this game ends up being brutal in every single way. It's been a long time since I died so many times to the same mistakes over and over again. Even with a get good mentality, I still wanted to start yelling after a while because of how little room for error there is. You take one miscalculated step and you're fucked. Fucked. Fortunately, it's very self-aware in the sense that it'll autosave plenty of times to make sure even the slightest progress is saved. It is probably the sole reason I kept playing without throwing everything computer-related part out the fucking window. I love Dark Souls and its attitude, but I have never been so insulted and intrigued at the same time. Despite being very thin on story and information, the whole concept and visuals were just too interesting for me to pass off on. Not only are many of the things shown from a metaphorical perspective very accurate, it's almost a little thought-provoking to your eyes to see humans as slaves working mindlessly on bikes for a cause supposedly greater than themselves. It's not very far from our current world, regardless of communism, isn't it? In my previous video talking about Aporia, I discussed having puzzles being incredibly hard to the point where you have to start looking up information. At later stages of the game, the puzzles or series of challenges ended up being quite hard, and I actually resorted to looking up some information to keep my sanity intact. To their defense, in retrospect it wasn't too hard if it wasn't for the fact that my patience ran out after dying 10 times to the same things over and over. But besides the pain, the first half of challenges were just challenging enough, but I feel like what's considered to be difficult changes depending on the person playing the game. Some might think it's all child play in comparison to other games they've played, but I didn't. Fortunately, it mixes up the areas and core puzzle concepts around a bit. I mentioned a cute companion that you end up controlling for a while, rather than poor human beings. It seemed to enjoy your company, but it only serves a purpose as long as the game allows before it starts switching things up again. The game almost redefines what linear gameplay means. It's set in a 3D space, but at no point do you need to navigate the actual terrain. All that is done for you besides jumping. You just have to decide which direction you want to go, but to be fair, other games have done this as well. Don't expect much from this game, besides a deadly experience. I'm wondering if death, pain and struggle is something that the developers wanted to reflect on the player, because it's almost like they succeeded to crush my goddamn soul. It's not a very lengthy experience. It took me about 3 hours, including all deaths and facepalms, to have the credits start rolling. It doesn't give you an actual ending that makes much sense. It's up for you to interpret, and even making any sort of theory of the ending is pretty much just stretching your imagination very, very far. So, to that final question, would I recommend this game? Actually, yes. If you're a sadistic fucker and you want to watch your friends suffer over and over again, go right the fuck ahead. If you plan on playing this game by yourself, however, maybe not. Unless you're addicted to dark-themed platformers. Once again, my name is Kevin, and I want to thank all of you for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you for taking the time to like, comment, and subscribe. You have no idea how much it means to me that I can have fun while doing something of value to someone else. And if you have any games they want me to check out, hit me up and I'll see what I can do. I'll probably be checking out Fortnite next for personal interest, and we'll see what happens. For now, bye!